Ever been in the eye of a storm where everything around you is chaos, yet there's this inexplicable calm at the center? That's the Stoic in the midst of disrespect, unruffled, composed, and as serene as a quiet Sunday morning. But how do they do it? How do they stay calm when someone's pushing all their buttons? Marcus Aurelius says, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil." That's most of us on Monday mornings, isn't it? But hear this, that's a Stoic on every morning. Where the world merely sleeps off the week's worry at the end of one or curses itself at the beginning of another, the Stoic prepares himself for the day, each day, so that when he treads knowing well in advance how it'll unfold. Not the next day or the one after that, but the ongoing one, the one that matters. It's their morning affirmation. Instead of fixating on the next day, week, month, or year, they steer their thoughts towards the present, the day at hand, where everything truly is, themselves included. It is here then, in the present, and within these affirmations, these meditations, that the battle against disrespect is fought and won, long before the disrespect is actually handed out to them by the types of people Marcus Aurelius tells us about. It is done by cultivating clarity on and about people who become the root of all disagreement, conflict, and most importantly, disrespect, just by being who they are. But how does it help them stay calm, you ask? Well, doesn't clarity beget calm? Doesn't knowing things before interacting with them, especially things disagreeable to our tastes, enable us to practice a degree of calm absent otherwise? For the Stoics it does, and here's how. You're at a family dinner, and Uncle Joe, who loves to stir the pot, makes a snide comment about your career choices. The room goes quiet, eyes on you, waiting for the comeback. Here's where the Stoic playbook comes into play. Instead of letting Uncle Joe's words raise your blood pressure, you take a deep breath, and maybe you even smile. Why? Because as a Stoic, you know a fundamental truth. Your power lies not in changing Uncle Joe's views, but in controlling your response to them. Marcus Aurelius says, "Remembering that the whole class has to exist will make you more tolerant of its members." Uncle Joe might belong to an unspecified class of trouble we haven't even discovered yet, for he could do the same the following day. Would you care to find out? Isn't his classification as a troublemaker enough for you to reach for the tranquility of the inner self? The positive inner dialogue that tells you why Uncle Joe is best left alone? It's worth visiting the inner self at these times. The tranquility found there comes from an understanding that external events, including the opinions and actions of others, don't hold any real power over your inner peace, unless, of course, you hand it over to them on a silver platter. And where does that understanding come from? Well, look at the world around you, a world full of disagreeable people. Don't you know them like the back of your hand? Let's hear it from Marcus Aurelius again. Meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Add to that the fools. When has anyone won an argument with a fool? The fool sees his own truths and hears his own lies. Now, it's not about hating them. It's about empathizing with their failure to understand our shared humanity. Such empathy comes naturally from a deep understanding of the human condition and the possession of perspectives more than one. To be bad, to be selfish, to be a fake, to be all these things and know it too. Now, that's true horror. Such individuals live in a state of perpetual horror as it is, and should garner neither more horror nor attention from us. Empathy, yes, but that too from far away. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you run up against someone else's shamelessness, ask yourself this: is a world without shamelessness possible? No. Then don't ask the impossible. There have to be shameless people in the world. This is one of them." He adds, "It stares you in the face." No role is so well suited to philosophy as the one you happen to be in right now. You know them enough to philosophize them. You must philosophize them, and derive from the philosophizing true understanding, and from the understanding true calm. With it, you maintain the upper hand, allowing yourself the space to assess the situation rationally and respond appropriately without escalating the conflict. In doing so, you keep the peace, not just externally, but within yourself as well. And when others stray off course, you can always try to set them straight, because every wrongdoer is doing something wrong, doing something the wrong way. Stoicism teaches us that getting worked up over someone else's disrespect is like letting them live rent-free in your head. Why would you do that? Maintain your composure. Let it be the no vacancy sign they dread, now in bold letters. It's a declaration that your peace of mind is under new management, yours. This isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending the disrespect didn't sting. It's about recognizing that the only thing truly under your control is how you respond. And in that response lies your power. By choosing not to let others' actions disturb your tranquility, you're not just staying calm in the face of disrespect. You're asserting your independence from external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius says, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't just philosophy, it's a practical strategy for life. It's about recognizing that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we react. So, the next time someone tries to ruffle your feathers, remember, the storm can rage around you, but inside, you can remain as calm as the eye of that storm. As always, if you feel helped, then feel free to join our tribe too. How, you ask? By hitting that like button as a symbol of your commitment to change. By subscribing to join a community where wisdom isn't just shared but lived, to help us create powerful stuff. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, the gentle chime of a Stoic philosopher, reminding you to return to this space of learning and growth. Each like, each subscription, each notification is a step towards a collective awakening. And if you feel that stirring in your heart, that resonance with the words of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, or Epictetus, share this video. That will help us immensely in continuing to create powerful and unique stuff for the community.